Today on an all-new Dr. Phil, was Dad snorting drugs?
We caught Todd crushing pills in the bathroom.
With his daughter in the house.
My daughter crushed the candy.
Who told you how to do that?
Daddy.
I would never teach that to a child.
It's a bitter battle for custody.
Were you locked in the bathroom, drunk, and threatening suicide?
No.
It either happened or it didn't.
It did.
He said, she said.
Careful, Todd. Why are you telling me to be careful?
This whole family
Todd's a great father.
needs a wake-up call.
You're very defensive and you're self-righteous, and you are apparently a delusional mother. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
In 5, 4.
I am not giving up on you.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Talking about a custody battle that's so nasty that accusations are just flying everywhere, including that the dad, Todd, is a drug addict. Now, the mom, Whitney, is so convinced that he's an addict that she sent me what she calls video proof of their daughter showing how Daddy taught her to crush pills. Take a look.
What did you just do with this right here?
I just break it.
How did you break it? Can you show me? Like that? Who told you how to do that?
Daddy.
He did? Who bought you that thing?
Daddy.
Can I see what's in it?
Candy.
Do it again with one. Can you show me?
Huh. Well, I don't know if the video we just saw qualifies as proof, but Whitney insists that Todd is dangerous, reckless, and should not have custody of their daughter. But Todd says, whoa, wait a minute. Whitney should not be throwing rocks because she is no angel.
When I first met Todd, he was the life of the party.
Whitney and I would go out and party together.
After 3 months of dating Todd, I found out I was pregnant. I immediately stopped drinking and partying.
I did not stop drinking. I continued to go out with my friends. I was snorting pain medication and drinking.
Todd would crush the pills and snort them to get high. He's an addict.
We were constantly arguing with each other.
When Todd was destructive, I would kick him out of the house.
When Whitney was 5 months pregnant, I cheated on her with my ex-girlfriend.
I was devastated. Todd was around for a few months after our daughter was born. While he was taking care of our daughter, he was drinking and taking drugs. I kicked him out of the house, and he didn't contact me until 10 months later.
Whitney and I would go back and forth a lot.
He would call me intoxicated constantly, begging and pleading to come back. One night he came to my house and tried to get in. I heard him say to his friend, "I'm getting in the house. I'm going to crawl through the doggy door." I was terrified, and so I called 911. The next day, he called and left a voicemail that said, "You bitch, you deserve to die, and I know where you live."
Whitney's a drama queen. She is completely making this all up. Whitney tries to make me look crazy, but she's the crazy one.
Well, Whitney says she's so terrified that she actually went out and got a protection order against Todd. And that's when Whitney says Todd was caught doing something that put their daughter in serious danger.
Todd filed for joint custody after not seeing our daughter for over 18 months.
I wanted my daughter to be part of my life, so what I did is I went to court. That's the only thing I could do.
Since the court's been involved, he's been allowed supervised visitation with my daughter. I felt that Todd was high during the visits. I saw his eyes. They were so dilated.
I've never been high during my visits.
During a supervised visit with my daughter, we caught Todd crushing and snorting pills in the bathroom.
I was taking medication medication to help me with anxiety. The reason I snorted it is because I was low on it, and it kicked in faster because I wasn't feeling well.
It made me sick, and I wanted to scream.
I did not do that in front of her. I made sure she was sleeping. I know what I did was wrong, because that's what I used to do when I was addicted to the pain medication.
I'm terrified to have Todd around my daughter because of this behavior. I don't know what Todd will do next.
Okay, so you two don't particularly care for each other.
No.
I've tried to.
You've gone back and forth. I've got a stack here. I've printed them out.
Yeah.
These are the text messages
Trying to get a hold of...
that you two have gone back and forth with. I've got...
So I'm obviously trying to be involved.
This is just a 52-day period. It covers 162 hours of time that you've spent just bickering back and forth.
Right.
In a bunch of those, I asked how my daughter's doing, and she's like, if you want to know, go to her counselor or whatever. But they didn't do supervised visits, and they would only give me a couple hours at a time, which we were going through.
So why are you only allowed to have supervised visitation?
Because she thinks I'm doing stuff. I don't know. I went to her house.
Hold on. You are only allowed to see your daughter under supervision.
That's what the
which means the court has determined that you are a danger and require supervision to keep the child safe. What is it that they have deemed you to be dangerous about?
It was that she said that I walked in and out of her life. And that's why they want to do supervised visits. I've been to court 3 times now. Every time it's a different excuse. The first excuse was that I walk in and out of her life, which I'm trying not to be.
Whitney did a Facebook post. I have no idea who she's politicking with this, but here's what she put up. I've been quiet long enough. This is a video of what my daughter's dad does on his supervised visits while my daughter is just in the next room. Just so you all know, he hasn't visited her in 6 months again and has gone up to 18 months at a time in the past. Misses holidays and even her birthdays. He doesn't pay child support and hasn't completed any of the court requirements, such as reunification therapy, risk assessments, drug testing. He claims I keep him from my daughter and make things so hard on him. Wouldn't you, knowing he's an alcoholic, drug addict, that lies about everything? And what was the video?
The video was of him crushing and snorting pills during a supervised visit off my mother's bathroom counter.
Okay, so while he's on a supervised visit with y'all's daughter, he goes into the bathroom. There was a hidden camera.
Yes, I did set up a hidden camera.
That caught a video of that.
Right.
I've seen that.
Probably shows I go to the bathroom, everything.
Well, I missed that part.
Naked, being naked.
No,
that's just where she cut it off at a certain point.
No, I just saw the part where you snorted this,
and then she cuts it
pill.
off.
Why were you snorting this pill?
I was snorting the pill because I was low on my medication, and in the past it's helped. Like it kicks in quicker, obviously, if you just take it in your stomach or whatever, it has to dissolve. It's actually supposed to be put underneath your tongue. And I broke it in half and I snorted it and I messed up. And I agree with that.
But you know, that's not the prescribed way to take that pill. So
I do know
so that's not the way to take that pill.
I do know that.
So that was an abuse of the medication.
It was.
Yeah. Okay. Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
On that. All right. What do you want to say?
I was going to say that it had been months of seeing his eyes dilated. My mom reported that he had stayed up till 4 a.m. in the morning, making trips back and forth to the bathroom. His behavior was very suspicious of drug abuse before we ever even thought to set up the video. And I had contacted the police department a couple of times, and they weren't able to do anything without proof. And I had to get proof. I had no other option.
I'll let you respond. We got to take a break here. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, I'm doing it because there's a child caught in the middle. Next, we're going to meet the woman who is responsible for secretly recording Todd snorting pills. It's Whitney's mother, Carol, who says Todd is a loser who has nothing to contribute to his daughter's life. She's here to tell Todd to leave her family alone for good.
I feel like Todd's a loser. To my daughter, my granddaughter, he contributes nothing. What I'd like to do is shake him and tell him, grow up.
And later...
You think I have a drug problem, right?
Okay, whoa, hold on.
Careful, Todd.
Hold on.
I'm not going to be careful. Why are you telling me to be careful?
Whoa. See that sign up there? This is my show.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil.
My husband, Sonny, cheated on me. The people that I trusted and loved the most did this to me.
The other woman, she's here.
My sister slept with my husband. I woke up in shock and I ran out of the room.
She didn't run out. Started touching her, started touching me.
This seems like a good idea. Why?
Tomorrow. Then on Thursday. After everything her ex has done.
You did coke while you were with her?
After the kids were put to bed.
Wait till you hear what he texted their daughter.
That is mental abuse of a child.
That's Thursday.
Todd and I now have a court order. He does not abide by the current custody agreement.
I do abide by the custody agreement.
He is ordered to pay child support.
At this point in time, I believe I owe anywhere from $3,500 to $4,000.
Todd owes me $8,600 in back child support. I don't feel that Todd has a purpose to be in my daughter's life right now.
Well, we're here with Whitney and her ex-boyfriend, Todd, who are currently in the middle of a bitter custody battle over their 4-year-old daughter. Now, Whitney's mother, Carol, was approved by the court to be the supervisor during Todd's visits with his daughter. Now, last November, Carol says Todd kept disappearing to the bathroom for long periods of time and noticed he left the water running. Now, Carol set up a hidden camera and caught Todd crushing and snorting pills right in her home with her 4-year-old daughter in the next room.
She was downstairs.
Since then, Carol says Todd will never be welcomed in her home again.
From the start, Todd was bad news. He is a very irresponsible person. He really doesn't know how to be a father.
My mom thinks Todd is lazy, selfish, conniving. He's a liar.
The fact that he would even dare to ask for joint custody just disgusts me.
I deserve to be in my daughter's life because I'm a great dad, a great role model.
I feel that Todd's a drug addict, and I do not trust him. Todd has abused and snorted pain medication in the same house with his daughter. How can he even be trusted?
I can definitely be trusted.
I feel like Todd's a loser. To my daughter, my granddaughter, he contributes nothing.
I can provide clothing, just certain things that a mother can't give a daughter.
What I'd like to do is shake him and tell him, grow up. Until Todd decides to take care of his problems, there's going to be a custody battle because I don't want him around my granddaughter. Who would?
So you were the supervisor, the court-approved supervisor for the visits.
Right.
And you caught this one time, and that's when you said, eh.
It was on her phone, though.
So how many times had he gone in there and stayed for long periods of time before you decided to set up the camera?
It had gone on for maybe a month or so. And then actually last Thanksgiving, he had a 4-hour visit and went into the bathroom, and my sister actually heard him in there snorting. So that really confirmed the noise. I knew totally that he had spent long periods of time in the bathroom prior to that.
I had Crohn's disease also, which...
So then that is when we decided that we had to have proof of what was going on in my bathroom.
Also, right after that 4-hour Thanksgiving visit is when my daughter
crushed the candy.
Come on, like a 3-year-old, she went like that, okay? First off, I'm not doing that.
My daughter...
And second off, hold on, let me speak for a second. And I would never teach that to a child. Who would teach that to a child? Why did I go to court 3 times? Why has it been court? Why am I here right now if I'm just trying to bring down my daughter?
Okay, let me ask you, watch this little clip from when we were interviewing you before. Watch this.
I can provide clothing, just certain things that a mother can't give a daughter. It was 1:30 in the morning when I was getting recorded from this. I was really, really tired.
Yeah, you seem tired.
Can I make... Sure. His eyes look extremely dilated on that video. And
yeah.
Same with now.
With it right now? Give me a hair follicle test. That will prove 90 days right there.
First of all, in the video, it shows him opening my bathroom cupboard.
To
getting out my pill bottle. So, let me ask you this.
I felt like you were setting me up.
No, I don't. Why would you setting you up to open my bathroom counter?
Is there toothbrush not in there? And like,
no.
Oh, her toothbrush is not in there.
Her toothbrush sits in the toothbrush counter on the bathroom.
And then painting her nails.
So let me just finish this. What I want to say to you.
Go ahead.
So I had a prescription in there. So it was really funny after you left that day that probably prior to you starting to come to my house, there was probably 10 pills in that bottle, of which I hadn't taken for a long time. After you left, I checked it. There was 1 Tylenol in there that looked like a hydrocodone and 1 hydrocodone. So let me ask you that. You only snort your medication?
Oh, I have the drug test. I was clean. So obviously, I didn't take any pills.
The drug test?
This was before we started drug testing.
This was before the court even allowed me to have you drug tested because I had requested it prior, but they never allowed it. What do you expect me to do?
Okay.
I am the mother of a 4-year-old child.
Which people make mistakes. Do you make mistakes?
You don't make mistakes.
Did you have someone living at your house smoking bath salts and our
That
daughter?
That is not true.
Yes, it is.
That is not true.
Let's take lie detector test here.
Let's do. That is absolutely not true.
Let's not. Let's not. Here's what we're going to do. Todd's parents are here. We're going to find out why Todd's mother says Whitney is a backstabbing liar and why Todd's own father is actually on Whitney's side. We're going to add them to this conversation when we come back.
I feel like Todd's a great father. I would trust Todd with my own life.
I feel like I am stuck in the middle. I can't take Whitney's side so I can see my granddaughter.
The minute I stopped supporting Whitney, I was cut off. Whitney is unjustly keeping me away from my granddaughter.
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Pete embezzled money for 3 years.
He's going to prison, and you're drunk all the time.
A family in crisis.
You said, I do not leave the bar intoxicated. Why are you lying to me?
Will their older kids...
Everyone asks me to fix everything, and I can't do it.
...be forced to raise their family?
I checked out.
That is not an option.
I don't know how to deal with it.
I know how to deal with it. You get over it.
That's Monday.
I think Whitney's jealous of me because I cheated on her when she was pregnant.
I am not jealous of Todd in any way.
I feel like she's holding a grudge against me. She's holding my daughter against me.
I am not vindictive, and I'm not trying to make his life difficult. I am trying to keep my daughter safe.
Well, Todd's mother, Tammy, is angry because she says not only has his ex-girlfriend Whitney lied about her son Todd being a drug addict, Whitney has also lied about her being a drug addict. Now, Todd's father, Randy, who is divorced from Tammy, has a completely different view of this situation. He says his son Todd is, in fact, a drug addict, and he's taking Whitney's side in their bitter custody battle.
I feel like Todd's a great father. I would trust Todd with my own life.
If Tammy thinks Todd is a fit father, she is really delusional.
Todd is clean, and he does not have substance abuse issues.
Todd is my son. Todd is still abusing drugs. I do not feel it's safe for him to have a child in his home.
Todd would never put his daughter in harm's way.
But I feel like I am stuck in the middle, but I need to take Whitney's side so I can see my granddaughter.
The minute I stopped supporting Whitney, I was cut off. I haven't seen my granddaughter since she was 2 months old. Whitney is unjustly keeping me away from my granddaughter.
Tammy is just like Todd, if not worse. She is addicted to painkillers. She has admitted it to me, and I've known about it for a long time.
The fact that Whitney's accusing me of being a drug addict is just one of her many lies that she says.
Tammy enables Todd in every way. Tammy excuses his behavior.
I would like to have my granddaughter in my life, and I feel like she's being used as a pawn.
I'd like to see Todd and my granddaughter in my life together, but until this is resolved, then it's not going to happen.
So, Tammy, you say she is a liar and manipulator and is assassinating your son's character, your character, and using this child as pawn. Why do you say all that?
Well, I say all of that because, first of all, I've not been able to see her since she was 2 months old. I've done nothing wrong. I treat my kids all the same. Todd's been doing everything right through the court systems. He's been...
Hey, Dad, one thing. Why, you think I have a drug problem, right?
Okay, whoa, hold on. Wait,
I'll call you out on something also.
Hold on.
Careful, Todd.
Hold on.
You're not going to be careful. Why are you telling me to be careful?
Whoa, hold on. Wait, see that sign up there? See that sign over there?
Hey, Dr. Phil's in charge.
This is my show. I get to do the interviews.
Okay.
I ask your mother a question. She is entitled to answer it. You feel very strongly about this. I want to give you an opportunity to be heard.
That's
Go ahead.
good, because I've never been heard.
Well, you're going to get a chance now.
So I saw her up until she was 2 months old. Then they had their situations, and I actually emailed Whitney. No response.
That's not true.
No, it is true. I have emails.
Okay.
Okay, and then when Todd was living with you, that your mother didn't even know about, that December, I was supposed to see her. And I bought her Christmas presents, the same with Todd.
You can't.
Then, when I couldn't give the Christmas presents to her, I brought all the birthday presents and Christmas presents and put it on your doorstep.
I did get those.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad you let me know. Yeah,
Why
you're
would
really
I?
cool.
Why would I let you know?
I know, you won't let me see anything. You give pictures.
Why would I let you know?
You give pictures of my granddaughter to my cousin who rents from you.
One picture.
My cousin knows my granddaughter and I don't.
You say that you do not support your son in this role because you say he is a drug addict and he is not a good father.
Yeah. Go there.
I think Todd could be a great dad. I really do. Todd, I do. You are a great person.
So what am I doing wrong right now?
The music, they can't even rap, they're just black producers. Now they wanna crack the new shit, they just wanna act, they done bath the new kids. They can't even match the music, they can't even rap, they're just black producers. They just wanna crack the new shit, they just wanna act, they done bath the new kids. Sorry big man, with your big life and your kick man. Sorry big man, with your big life and your whip man. Sorry big man.
Because, what am I doing wrong right now?
From the videos I saw.
What's he telling you to be careful about? What is it he's threatening you with?
Oh, you better be careful, because I can go there, too.
What's he threatening you with?
Nothing. Just go ahead, Dad.
I think you have an alcohol problem, Todd. Todd, let me just talk for a second.
Just alcohol? Okay, go ahead.
Alcohol. And you could have, with the video, what was it, a year ago? Or
December 13, yes.
December 8th.
You were,
about a year ago.
Yeah. Snorting the pills. That's a problem, Todd.
One thing, though, when I helped you move, did you buy any beer?
You are a good dad.
Did you buy any beer when I helped you move?
He goes to your house and you give him beers all the time.
So why?
You say has a
I have a problem, but you're giving it to me.
I thought you said you weren't drinking.
No, you've given it to me.
I don't drink,
I have
really.
been to
I've
your
had a beer
house
here and there.
out on the patio.
You don't drink, really?
You want a
Yeah, I
beer.
don't.
I'm pretty sure you were drunk in the hotel room.
Hold on. You're very defensive and finger pointing, and you're very sanctimonious and self-righteous, and you are apparently a delusional mother.
I'm not going to drink in front of my
What'd you want to say?
I
Speak
want
up.
to
Say
say,
something.
Todd, what happened like a month ago? And you were drinking,
Yeah.
and you were locked in the bathroom, and they called the cops because you were drink a whole bottle or something?
No.
What happened, Todd?
totally.
What happened
And
then?
weren't you going to try to commit suicide?
No, where's this coming from?
That's what I heard. So that's
Wait a minute. Hold on. Stop. Stop. Oh, my God. Where's it coming from? It's apparently coming from the bathroom where you locked in the bathroom, drunk and threatening suicide.
No.
This either happened or it didn't.
No, it didn't.
All right, you're telling me it didn't, so your father's lying.
Yeah, that's why I said let's all take a lie detector test. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. That will solve everything.
You know, it's too bad that my
No,
daughter's not
did-
here.
did
and
this
everything,
happen?
Because we don't even talk. We
Did
do
this
not
happen?
talk to
It
these
happened or it
people.
didn't?
It did, as far as I know.
He said, she said.
Okay, no, it really isn't. He said, she said. And I'm going to say this to y'all, then we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and deal with a few facts. But, you know, everybody approaches every situation with a strategy. I don't care what it is. I mean, you go to a party, you have a strategy. You go to work in the morning, you have a strategy. You go on vacation, you have a strategy. Everybody has a strategy. We even have a strategy about being in life, how we approach life. And you need to have a strategy about this time right now, about being on the Dr. Phil show. You need to have a strategy about being here. And your strategy can either be to try to win the moment, look good in the moment, win the debate, come out on top of the bicker, the exchange. Or you can take a deep breath and have a strategy of saying, you know what? Is there something I can get, something I can come away with that can be the beginning of a long-term plan to have a relationship with my child? Is there something I can do to come away to have a long-term plan for co-parenting, long-term plan as a family, so the child benefits?
Right.
And you're very defensive and finger-pointing, and you're very sanctimonious and self-righteous about everything. And you are apparently a delusional mother.
I haven't seen my granddaughter for she was 2 months. That's okay, too. I don't care.
Well, okay, so that's your strategy, is to be defensive.
I can't even
Okay, that's your
get
strategy, is to be
what?
defensive, and your strategy is to be a smartass. So if that's what you want to do, then do that. So just reflect on it. Just reflect on it while I'm gone, and just think about it, because you're going to have to make some choices when I come back. We'll be right back.
My granddaughter suffers terribly from anxiety.
When the visitation began with Todd, she started having panic attacks and grinding her teeth. It was very traumatic, and she's been in therapy ever since.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, a love triangle
The people that I love the most did this to me.
with a twist.
My sister slept with my husband.
Are you trying to make her leave you?
All new Dr. Phil. That's tomorrow.
It's been 9 months since I've seen my daughter.
Todd has spent such little time around my granddaughter that she really does not know who he is.
My daughter doesn't know him at all. She didn't know that she even had a dad or what a dad was.
Last time I saw my daughter, she was telling me how much she loved me. She actually asked when she can come to my house, but she needs me in her life. She did.
I'm here with Whitney and her ex-boyfriend, Todd. It's more than an ex-boyfriend. He's the father of a child that they share together. They're in the middle of a bitter custody battle over their 4-year-old daughter. Todd is joined by his parents, Randy and Tammy. They're divorced. Whitney is here with her mother, Carol. Now, believe it or not, there's one thing these two opposing sides agree on, that there is an innocent girl stuck in the middle.
My granddaughter suffers terribly from anxiety. She does not deal well with change. A great deal of the anxiety was created by Todd.
If anything, Whitney has anxiety and my daughter's picking up on it.
When the visitation began with Todd, she started having panic attacks and grinding her teeth. I couldn't console her. She would just scream so bad. On one occasion, she was at a visit with her dad and started having a panic attack and was under the bed in the fetal position. It was very traumatic, and she's been in therapy ever since.
I think she's making up the stress disorder. I want a second opinion.
I absolutely don't believe a word of what you just said, by the way, and I think you need to stop saying that. You know, I was trained in forensic psychology. I've been appointed as an officer of the court on a number of occasions. I've worked as an ad litem. I've evaluated parents in terms of their fitness. And the reason I don't believe what you just said is he's too ineffectual as a parent to bring about what you just described, that she spent time with him and had a screaming panic attack, went into a fetal position under the bed.
It was during a visit.
Was it because of me?
Todd, I think it was because of change. I think it was because of...
That's not what she said. That is not what your daughter implied. Your daughter implied that when she is exposed to him, that she goes into panic attacks and withdraws into a fetal position. You want me to play it back?
No, yeah, but no, what I meant...
You want me to play back what she said? You don't need to explain. I have it on videotape.
I try to see my daughter.
You need to be very careful what you say.
I know I do. I try to see my daughter.
How many days have you seen your daughter this year?
Twice, but 4 times.
5 hours.
2 for 5 hours.
You've seen your daughter for 5 hours this year. You have not exercised 100% of your opportunities to see your daughter.
I went to 2 visits.
They let you off site, and they didn't notify me about it.
Well,
she was
they were with
acting
me.
and killing her toys. While on visits with you, she was playing with her toys, killing them.
Yeah, I know, and
That's
I told
not
her.
normal behavior.
And I told her, I said, "Hey, be careful with that."
Normal
And
behavior.
yeah, and they said, "Where's this coming from?"
Exactly.
And I'm not around.
And not anybody talked to me about it.
I'm not around her. Where's this coming from?
Or she's so angry at you that she gets angry when she's with you and plays with her toys that way.
No.
She doesn't play at her daycare that way.
Well, Dr. Whitney,
I'm sorry. Keep laughing.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Calm down.
You keep crying.
You don't see me laughing, do you? Do you see me laughing? No, it's not funny. It's not funny because we got adults here running agendas at the expense of a child.
And I'd like to see my granddaughter.
Well, you listen, I can think of absolutely no reason that you should not be able to see your granddaughter, not one.
I don't either.
I think you're not seeing your granddaughter because she has the power and she has the child, and she is not being a gracious winner in that regard, and she is making you pay for it, and I think that is not becoming to you, and I think it is not in the best interest of your child. I think you are an enabler, and I think you are cheating this young man out of an opportunity to grow up and be the young man he needs to be to become a responsible father in this child's life and in his other children's life, because you're telling him what he wants to hear instead of grabbing him by the scruff of the neck and telling him to grow up and shape up and be who he needs to be.
That's what's owed to me.
I broke my leg. I got hit by a car. What am I supposed to do?
That was before she was even born.
He couldn't work with the limp.
But I work every day.
Did you get hit by a car?
Why?
You just said, okay, he is a good father. He is a good role model. He is doing everything the court requires him to do. Really? Let's take a look at that. Now, Todd has court orders.
Yeah.
Okay? And it says he's supposed to take random drug tests, okay?
I do.
He's always positive for his prescriptions. He tests positive for the prescriptions that he's supposed to take. But he misses drug tests.
I've never missed a drug test.
No.
I don't know. I haven't. When have I?
You have child support that you owe, and you are behind $8,153.61.
Half of that is a different case. That's not all to Whitney.
No, that's all. That's just my.
That's what's owed to me.
I don't know exactly if that's all of it or not. I'm not sure. I had a broken leg.
Really? Do you want to do math here?
Yeah, because, no, listen. Are you
behind on child support?
Yes, I am, and
when you get behind on child support, you waive your rights.
I broke my leg. I got hit by a car. What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to go to the court and petition for a modification.
Can I say that was before she was even born? He got hit by a car when I was
They
pregnant.
had to pull out my rod again.
But that's always the excuse.
He couldn't work with the limp.
Oh, but I work every day.
Did you get hit by a car?
Why? I don't go out and get drunk and party and have some guy run me down at the bar and get hit by a car. I don't put myself in those situations because I have a kid.
You used to party with them, ride along with them.
Before our daughter was born.
No, after.
No, that is not true.
Do you want to bet?
It's not true.
He called me to drive her
you
home.
lie for him? And you
no, that is not true. How about when you had to have it impounded?
This is why I do not want you around my daughter, because you
are lying. You are lying. You and I used to be close until you got mad at Todd, and then it was over the next day. Yeah. I used to be able to see her every day.
I can only see my daughter when I'm with her. That's the only time I can see her. You
have 4 hours of parent time every other Saturday and Sunday, but yet you've only seen your daughter 5 hours since 12/8/13. You have been ordered to undergo a risk assessment. You have not complied.
I have.
He did. He has it. The attorney has it.
Okay, great. Pay half your daughter's medical insurance. You have not complied. Pay half your daughter's daycare expenses. You have not complied. Participation in therapy for daughter's anxiety and reunification. You went for a month, 4 sessions, and then you discontinued. You are in non-compliance to multiple issues of the court order.
I am.
That waives your right, and you need to get in compliance or you have no standing before the court. Yeah, I've been watching the Twitter feed fly by on the wall. TNLLPN says, play your games away from your children. Feral Woman says, mother is a manipulator, father is an abdicator. Tessa Curley says, how badly do you need to trash each other before it's enough? Focus on your child, not yourselves.
International. Girl, what's your name? I have to know. Ain't no one else in your lane. Let's fill this car with gas and go. No hesitation, I'm on it. If that's the way that you want it, that's cool with me, so let's ride. Let's go somewhere that you lie.
Yeah, Tessa Curley, well said. You know, here's the thing. I've been doing this a long time, and the truth is, you have a precious daughter, and you should have an extremely high priority of finding a way to support her having a healthy relationship with her father.
Okay.
Because her father is so critically important to her being well-rounded as a young woman.
Right.
And that doesn't mean that you should support her being around him if he is behaving in a toxic fashion.
Right.
But you should be doing everything you can to support him getting well or being well or whatever has to happen. You should do everything you can to support her relationship with extended family. It's so important for children to have extended family because they learn, wow, somebody besides mom and dad love me and think I'm wonderful. That's how they learn to start reaching out into the world. It's like, hey, it's not just mom and dad. You know, grandma loves me. You know, grandpa loves me. And then aunts and uncles and then, oh, teachers. And then that's how they begin to form their self-esteem and their self-worth. So it's very important to do that. And for those of you that are extended family, you have to have clear understandings that if there are rules and guidelines, then you have to have emotional integrity and respect those things. You know, if at a time there's a feeling that maybe he's not on his best game right now and therefore should not be around the child, you have to respect that. You need to acknowledge the fact that you don't have your ducks in a row. You got a daughter and you hadn't seen her 5 hours in a year. That's on you. You ought to climb every mountain, swim every stream, whatever you got to do to get yourself aligned to be able to be in that daughter's life in a healthy and happy way. And that's what you need to do. And you two need to come up with a co-parenting plan. And you need to be a role model for your son. And if you're giving him an ounce of beer, if you're giving him a bottle of beer, shame on you. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. And let me tell you something about fighting this out in the courts. You never know what the court's going to do. You're better off to work something out between you like intelligent adults that puts that daughter's interest above of your own and does what nurtures her and makes her well and healthy. That's all I've got to say. I hope you hear me. I want to thank all of my guests today. To weigh in on today's show, log on Dr. Phil and share your thoughts on our message boards or use hashtag Dr. Phil or hashtag Custody Clash on Twitter and Facebook. We'll see you next time. So long.